The world watches with bated breath as a glimmer of hope emerges from the desert kingdom of Saudi Arabia. High-level officials from the United States and Russia are converging on this neutral ground, united by a common goal, to find a path to peace in war-torn Ukraine. The stakes couldn't be higher. The conflict, now in its second year, has claimed countless lives and destabilized the entire region. Could this meeting in Riyadh be the turning point, the first step towards a brighter future? The selection of Saudi Arabia as the venue is no accident. The kingdom, with its long-standing ties to both the West and Russia, occupies a unique position on the world stage. Its leadership, particularly Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, has been increasingly active in international diplomacy, seeking to position the nation as a key power broker. The eyes of the world are now fixed on Riyadh, hoping that this desert kingdom can deliver a much-needed diplomatic breakthrough. The air is thick with anticipation and uncertainty. Can these talks truly bridge the chasm that separates Moscow and Washington? Will years of mistrust and animosity give way to dialogue and compromise? The coming days will be crucial. The world waits to see if this meeting marks the beginning of the end of the Ukraine conflict, or just another chapter in a long and tragic saga. Leading the American delegation is National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, a decorated war veteran known for his hawkish stance on Russia. Waltz, a former Green Beret who served in Afghanistan, brings to the table a deep understanding of military strategy and the human cost of conflict. By his side is Secretary of State Marco Rubio, a seasoned diplomat with a reputation for being a tough negotiator. Rubio, known for his sharp intellect and unwavering commitment to American interests, will be instrumental in navigating the complex web of geopolitical considerations that surround the conflict. Representing the Trump administration's economic and strategic interests is Steve Witkoff, a prominent businessman with extensive experience in international deal-making. Witkoff's role is seen as crucial in exploring potential economic incentives and leverage points that could facilitate a resolution. While the specific members of the Russian delegation remain unconfirmed, sources suggest that the Kremlin is sending a high-level team, potentially including figures like Kirill Dmitriev, a close confidant of President Putin. The presence of such high-ranking officials underscores the gravity of the situation. It also reflects a cautious optimism that perhaps, after months of stalemate and bloodshed, a breakthrough might be possible. The weight of history rests on their shoulders. The world waits to see if these individuals, seasoned negotiators representing opposing sides of a global power struggle, can find common ground and chart a course towards peace. At the heart of these talks lies a single, overriding objective: to bring an end to the conflict in Ukraine. The human toll of the war, with its devastating casualties and displacement of millions, weighs heavily on the conscience of the international community. The conflict has also sent shockwaves through the global economy, disrupting supply chains, fueling inflation, and exacerbating energy insecurity. For the United States and its allies, the talks represent an opportunity to hold Russia accountable for its actions, deter further aggression, and reaffirm the principles of sovereignty and territorial integrity. A key point of contention remains the issue of potential concessions. Russia, having already annexed Crimea in 2014, seeks recognition of its territorial gains and security guarantees. The US and Ukraine, however, insist on a complete withdrawal of Russian forces and the restoration of Ukraine's territorial integrity. Bridging this divide will require creativity, flexibility, and a willingness to explore painful compromises. The negotiators will need to grapple with complex questions of sanctions relief, security arrangements, and the future geopolitical landscape of Eastern Europe. Success is far from guaranteed, and the path forward will be fraught with challenges. Despite the glimmer of hope that these talks represent, significant obstacles remain. Deep mistrust between the parties, divergent strategic interests, and the potential for spoilers all threaten to derail the process. One of the most pressing challenges is the issue of trust. Years of animosity, accusations of broken promises, and escalating military tensions have eroded trust between Russia and the West. Rebuilding that trust will be a long and arduous process, requiring concrete actions and demonstrable good faith from all sides. Another hurdle is the potential for spoilers. Elements within both Russia and Ukraine may seek to undermine the talks, fearing that any compromise will betray their interests or weaken their bargaining position. External actors such as China and Iran may also seek to exploit the situation to advance their own agendas, potentially complicating efforts to find a lasting solution. Despite these challenges, the mere fact that these talks are taking place is a significant development. It signals a recognition by both sides that the status quo is untenable, and that a negotiated solution, however difficult, is the only way to end the bloodshed and prevent further suffering. The world watches with a mixture of hope and trepidation, praying that this fragile opportunity for peace will not be squandered.